Hey friends, it's Caleigh Bird and welcome back to my channel. Today is part 4 of my 5-part Drawing a Portrait Realistically series. We have done the nose, we have done the lips, we've done the eyes. Today we are going to do the ears, and then next time it will be how everything is placed on the head. Make sure you check down below for links if you didn't catch the other videos. So like I said, today we're going to do the ear from flat on, we're going to do it from straight on, so flat on the side of the head, and then a 3/4 view, because I want to make sure that you get it right every time. Thanks for being here, guys. Make sure you pop that subscribe button so that you learn how to draw the most realistic portraits possible. Yay! Alright, so for starting the ear, I guess we'll call this from the straight on view, even though technically by the rest of the head it would be the side view. So from straight on, it's actually going to be 2 circles. It's kind of amazing how many body parts start with circles and triangles, right? So we want 2 circles, one quite a bit larger than the other. Okay, and I want you to think about where these circles are oriented. So this would be a vertical line, but you do not want them to be on the vertical. You want them to be at maybe like a 20-25 degree angle, something like that, so that they are slightly off. Okay, slightly off center. So we start with our 2 lines, our 2 circles, and then picture the outside of the ear kind of connects. So this is the large round part, this is sort of the lobe, right? So they connect. And then you've got the inner ear area. And so that is basically just sort of a few C shapes. So we've got one big C shape that comes around here. We've got a smaller C shape that comes in the middle and meets that little teeny cartilage area at the top of the lobe. So you've got your little cartilage area. And then you've got, basically, it's like 2 more little C shapes. So a C shape here for the tragus comes around, and another C shape. And that's pretty much it. If you think about it, you've got these main folds. Now there is like a bit of a ridge right here, so sometimes you'll get an impression, an indentation right here. But for the most part, this is the shape of your ear. And then of course you'll have shading and stuff like that. And this usually connects at a little bit more of a wider angle, and some people have a lobe that goes all the way up. Some people have a lobe that connects more to the side of their head. So that's just gonna be your 2 differences. But that is the simple structure of your ear. All right, so we will start kind of around the top, coming in and figuring out where that lobe meets on the nicer one. And sometimes this can kind of have a little indentation here, either way. You've got your inner C, kind of paying attention to where it is in your specific portrait. You've got the smaller C on the inside coming around and then meeting that tragus, right? Actually, this might come out a little bit more. There we go. Neaten that up just a touch. And now you pay attention to your folds. So of course, where your little eardrum lies, the little inner hole of your ear, your head hole, of course, that's going to be darker. This comes over darker as well. Think about this because this is a fold over, so everything under here would be shaded. Usually a bit of an indentation over here, so we'll give that a little extra. Cartilage right here has a little shading underneath it. And because the ear is bent around, it actually will be slightly shaded all the way around, just a little bit. The highlight will actually be coming out at you a little bit instead of directly sitting right on top. Okay, often it's shaded a little bit under here by the tragus. Little highlight right around here usually. The outside. Bright moment in there. Don't forget that tragus, that's usually got a nice little bright area too. And then of course the top of the lobe. So from the, what would be front view of the portrait, side view of the ear, we're gonna think about those same two circles, but instead they are going to be ovals. So that top one, got an oval coming out here, and then you've got your bottom oval down here that would have correlated with those two circles, right? So we've got your two ovals. Now, think about how the side of the ear comes out and around, and often it comes in because your ear is not flat. It's got a shape sort of like this. So your ear comes in and around and hooks onto the side of the face. Now you've got that the other little circle, but now it is at an angle, so you're gonna see it wide from the front and then the very narrow from the side, because all you're seeing is that thin little piece of cartilage right here. Then that same middle C shape, now it is protruding because that actually has a bit more of an outer volume. So that's gonna protrude to the outer area of your two ovals. You've got the inner tragus that connects to the side of the head, and then you've got the little bit of cartilage that comes out right above your eardrum canal. So the side of the ear has completely cocked from here to here. So everything is now on a line. Okay, now for a nicer ear here, think about that top coming out, that top oval, out and around, and then your bottom lobe connected to the side of the head. Right? Got that big top C ending in cartilage. Got the inner C coming out. And then your tragus and more cartilage. Now, some people think ears are difficult. I honestly think ears are quite simple, simply because of the fact that there is so much going on in them. There's a lot of lines, there's a lot of places that you can specifically shade. I feel like it makes ears kind of easy because there's a lot of definitive marks in them. Whereas like the nose, you know, it's a lot more just shading and not as many actual folds and things. So to each his own, but I honestly think that ears are not very difficult. Alrighty, one ear from the side. Let's give it a little splash of light. You'll often see the top part a little bit brighter than the sides. View, we want to realize that we talked about the ear from flat on, we talked about it from the side. 3/4 view is going to help you with a lot of portraits, but honestly, because the ear is cocked out and usually is not completely flat on that side, sometimes the very first angle I showed you, the side angle, will actually be your 3/4 view. So keep that in mind, make sure you're paying attention to your reference. But a 3/4 view of the ear is going to have two of your ovals. Think about your two circles, and then last time they were very thin ovals, but now we're gonna have them a little bit fatter ovals, and you still want to think about that angle. So this is a vertical line. You still wanna have a nice, whatever, maybe 15-degree angle or so. So you're thinking about where that will connect with the side of the head, comes around, and your lobe, okay? Yep. Made my lobe a little long. There we go. So your lobe. And then you've got your C's, but this one is going to be a little bit wider in the front and then get a little thinner in the back, right? Similar to the side view. Then you've got your inner C, but now your inner C is not quite so strong. It's more of like a crease, like this one. The second one we had, they're more like creases now. They're not quite as strong of shapes. Then you've got your little ear cartilage coming up here, and the tragus. And then the nicer drawing of the ear. So we will come off the side of the head, coming around, give a little lobe, wider in the front where it connects, a little bit more narrow in the back. And then I would actually draw in my tragus and the little cartilage. But the other two lines are going to be more shaded than really lines. Alrighty folks, and there we have got it. 3 different angles to draw an ear. I hope you learned so much. Make sure you pop that subscribe button and I will see you next time.